All right, you guys. So before I make the next video that I was intending to make, which is I'm going to give you guys an overview of what this channel is about again and what SXC is and my project goals and everything like that. But first I feel as though it's important that I show you guys that this side of the internet exists, right? So man, I feel like I've been working so hard over all these years, but there's always been an overwhelming force against me, right? I'm going up the waterfall, right? Trying to do some Shiryu type stuff. And it's just difficult, man. And these people make it harder for me to actually do this. And a bunch of people become haters for this reason that I'm about to show you guys. I do not like doing this type of thing. I do not like doing it. And I have too much of this stuff saved up. I unfortunately I do, because I'm just waiting for the day till I get big enough, and then I'm gonna just like explode all of it. Right? So be ready for that eventually. Maybe. I don't really want to do that. I hate that type of stuff. I like to keep the focus on fighting games, in the games, and all of that stuff. But this type of stuff, it makes it harder for me to acquire resources and to work with certain individuals and things like that. So I'm just going to go over it really quickly. So I would like for people to understand that in this community with these type of assets and things like this, there is a side of people out there who feel entitled to everything that they see, and they will literally be angry if they cannot have it. And these people can easily just create a lie and run with it, because there are other people who are already bitter for the same reason. I need people to acknowledge and see this for yourself. I don't have all the time in the world to go over every single instance of this, but everywhere online, this is my reputation because of people like this, right? And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. All right, so here, and this guy still posts on my YouTube today, and I don't give him shit or anything like that, even though he tried to ruin my life too, just like many of these people, right? So hold on here, let me see. Let me fix the screen so you can see it. All right, so this guy basically, I'm gonna start with this guy. So the first thing is that people trying to say that this guy is basically trying to say that everything I do is for money and I'm trying to like steal people's stuff and to make money and everything like that. So the reason why I use ads like everyone else on the YouTube platform, right? Come on now, is because I have no budget for this stuff and I pay it out of pocket. I pay it out of pocket. All these custom assets you see, right? I'm paying 200, 300 minimum. It can go above that for these sprites. I am by myself. I'm not asking anyone for anything. I say if you guys would like to support that cause, that's why I have the Capcom Creator Store, which I can, granted by Capcom themselves, I could sell you licensed Capcom games and then I could get a tip from it. You guys can help me and support me in that way by doing that. That's the legitimate way. Or I have things like Patreon, in which I show you guys. I'll go over that a little bit, where all the custom assets that I buy and pay for, they're on there, like an archive. I also post these all over Discord, so you could grab them for free when I post them. It's just that stuff gets lost in the long chats that we have. So the purpose of the Patreon is an archive of all of the assets that we're creating for this, right? And I tell everyone who uses it, like, hey, only use that if you have need for the sprites. If you don't subscribe to it. Only if you need it, or if you truly want to support me. That's the only time you should be doing that. Because I do not want people to try to use that against me or hover over my head, because there's been an instance already where someone will claim that they had to pay for access to something that I have. And because I told you, because other people are already bitter, they're just going to run with the lie and believe it. So this individual basically is saying that some creators use Eichmann to learn techniques, like basically saying that it's a secret, right? Even though Eichmann is new and nobody knows about it, and the only way to know about it is by testing it yourself. He's creating some type of whatever he's saying. You can read it right here. Basically saying like, oh, like I'm withholding things because I just want to make money, whatever, XYZ, right? people who really know what I'm doing and can see what I'm doing, you know that's not the case. But I'm just gonna use this and then hold up. This is this same guy. So this is what led him to post this post on this forum. For what I can see, you have made some unpublished character versions like Hisenko, and it surely has taken much time to end. People, you have to understand that people like this exist. They spite you because they hate that they cannot have something they feel entitled to because it's a licensed character owned by someone else. I'm withholding it. I must give it to you. When no one knows what my intentions are or the meaning behind me doing what I'm doing, right? For those of you who know, I'm trying to make an actual video game. I'm not trying to make a Mugen. I'm not trying to make a build. I'm trying to make an actual video game of high quality. It takes time, and it is primarily me solo working on it. I am the one making all of these characters. People just think that I'm stealing or, all types of lies and all of this bullshit to try to bring me down. And then that's what I'm trying to tell you. They try to bring me down and then they come around and try to ask me for something. That is absolutely crazy. It's like you try your hardest to bring me down and make me look like a villain. And then you come back and ask me, hey, when can I have this from you? Like, what in the actual fuck? Okay, so excuse me. Like I said, this is what caused this guy to post this because basically I'm just minding my own business. Before in the past, you guys could look up my history, right? I used to release edits upon edits. I used to do requests. I made mini compilations for everybody. It's all these videos are on the channel if someone actually cared to do their research, but you know that people do not. They're just going to run with their negative emotions and that's their reality, right? You guys can look on my channel and see the videos of all the releases that I've had. Even SXC in its infancy, before what people say I created a paywall for anyone who was actually there at the time, there was never a paywall for anything. I released everything we had done up to that point, and then I put the Discord on the Patreon to prevent these type of people from coming around because they create fake profiles and alternate accounts just to stalk me. And like I said, if you don't believe it, you can always come around and see for yourself. People see it all the time. For the people who have been around me the entire time, they literally know. But unfortunately, there's more of them than there is us. So we're always going to be demonized, or I should say myself, I'm always going to be demonized. I don't have anyone to vouch for me or to support me in that way. Because like I said, people are better that they can't have what I'm making, right? That literally brings out the worst in people. So like I said, this individual created this thread because he had been commenting on my channel, looking at my stuff like, damn, I haven't seen these versions of these characters released. Like, it's taking you a long time. And then here's another one. I'm no longer a creator for money or otherwise, right? Because I used to be like that, but people bullying and creating these, propaganda, cyber libel, all this stuff, I get tired of. It's so draining. They have killed off so many creators for the same reason, and it's all rooted at Mugen Guild, right? I'm no longer a creator for money or otherwise. A hobbyist like you with zero interest in doing anything for anyone. For the reason that I'm explaining to you, and because of this whole video is why I'm no longer a creator for the community. I create something for me and my friends to enjoy, and if I finish it, then we're gonna see what happens after that. But because I've been dealing with this for literal freaking years, and I have to continue working and stay motivated even though there's always a force working against me. I want you guys to understand that there's always a force working against me, because you guys got to understand that anything that is popular, anything that people keep talking about, people are gonna start hating. It sounds cliche, right? But it is how it is. No one wants to continuously hear about someone they don't like. And it's going to bring out the worst in people, the worst in human beings. They are envious and they just be hating. They don't really need a reason. I get bored. I just want to relax, create for my own entertainment, right? And that's selfish of me. I even have to say that. But me, after years and years and years of giving back to a community who has never done anything for me but create lies for me and try to defame me, Why the fuck would I want to give back to you guys now? You just got to understand where I'm coming from, my perspective. I know my perspective usually doesn't matter because I'm this evil motherfucker. But anyhow, the problem with full games or compilations is that some take the games in an attempt to make money with link shorteners and views on YouTube. In my case, I just like to play Mugen with a nice look and standardize, right? So automatically, that's the logic that people jump to, right? Not that it takes time to make games. It's just that, well, this is taking a long time, so you must be doing it to make views off of YouTube, like make money off of YouTube. Bro, who the freak makes money off of YouTube for fighting games unless you are not Maximilian Dude or someone like that? There is no money in it. You have to be a famed player or something like that. Look at my viewership, you guys. Do you really think I'm trying to make millions of dollars off of YouTube? No, I get like what? 20 cents from 100,000 view video or something like that. Like, people don't know how it works, so they're ignorant. They're ignorant. I'm not trying to say ignorant to put them down. Ignorant as you're not knowledgeable of these things. So you just, in your head, whatever your false reality is, you think it's real. Right, so let me see. That's another one I'm gonna go over. But anyways, this individual created this thread, right? And again, another example of defamation. And this is on this website, and it's been here for years. There's so much stuff, negative lies about me on here on this forum, as an example, that's left up here for years. So I could actually take them to court, and they don't even know about it because I'm working on a case right now of all of this stuff. Right? Because this is what is known as cyber libel. And then here we go. This doesn't really matter. He's not really saying anything, but this guy, I'm going to get to this guy next. This guy always goes everywhere and runs with this lie. He just creates random lies, right? It doesn't really matter what it is. And the reason why this guy is mad is because, well, for one, he's just hating over the popularity. And as I said in the beginning, people who feel like you're withholding something from them that they deserve, right? Or they think, whatever they think in their head, they think it's true. That's their reality. So he goes around, not just this one instance. You can find various instances of this individual here running around telling everybody lies. Even my old homies. Even this dude went, if anyone knows Dampier, went to go tell him and lied to him like I'm fucking selling his shit and stuff like that. And it's so easy to do because, like I said, I don't have any allegiances here. No one really fucks with me like that because the moment you stop giving them something, they stop fucking with you. That's how these people are. And I want you guys to see all of the names here for all the people hating. So you can see, when you see their names on social media, you gotta know who they are from the depths, right? And even though this person was wrong about this, this is still up here online on a public forum where potentially millions of people could see. And I'm defamed, right? 2D Forever, for example, seems he's selling a Samurai Showdown compilation using other people's creations. Wow, fresh news. We had an argument at his channel, and his only self-defense is saying he's a Capcom ambassador, avoiding to answer anything. The boy is a rat. And then he says, edit. This is, who knows how long, whatever the strike through was. This shit was up here for a long time before this edit. I understood wrong. He encouraged people to buy the original game by SNK, not him. Rush reading, language barrier. And then the thing is, people could always fucking claim language barrier. Dude, you're a fucking idiot. That's what you are. Like, it ain't no language barrier. But I'm going to get to this guy as well. That's going to be more on the credit side of things. I'm going to get to that. But let me show you Mr. Philo. So this dude, while talking shit to me on public forums, this is after the fact. And I'm just like, man, just fucking leave me alone. And then this guy tries to come and talk to me and tell me about the things he's working on. Like, he wants to be friends with me, but he can't decide. He can't decide. Like, he's also hating. Like, people want acknowledgement for me for I don't know what reason, right? And I just left this motherfucker on red because I don't care. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to associate with you, fucking period. And motherfuckers have for years have let me use sprites and things like that, but when they get mad, they want to take it away and act as if I stole it from them. There's various guys like this, and I don't blame all of you because this individual has gone around to sell that lie, to sell these lies to people, and I just have to sit back and deal with it and continue to stay diligent. But I'm just trying to tell you, like, shit like this is annoying as fuck, and I have to deal with this stuff too much for trying to originally make something for the community, but the community is constantly trying to bring me down. You guys got to see this and understand where I'm coming from. This is why don't fucking ask me for shit if you're not helping me with anything. Please, just like out of respect thing, I'm not trying to be rude to you. But anyways, like you see, this dude just steady freaking trying to get my attention. I don't care. I ignore him. And then he goes online to spread more lies and shit like that. Yet he's in my inbox trying to talk to me and be my friend. That makes absolute zero sense. And people, and this guy's probably gonna get fucking upset that I'm posting this and showing this. I have this type of stuff for so many people that you guys know and you look up to. And I'm gonna look like the bad guy if I show it to you. I have so much of this shit fucking saved up. But people trying to make me look bad, being fake and phony as fuck. Right? I have so much of this, but it's not my prerogative to expose people or do all of that. Only when it affects me and this stuff affects me. This is affecting me, my growth and things like that. Right? Who I can work with and things like that. So this is why I have to show you guys, unfortunately. You know, I will still apologize to these individuals for airing them out. I'm apologizing even though they have no fucking problem creating these lies about me on the internet. But anyways, this is the post that we're talking about, that he was saying that I'm selling this. I'm selling this, right? I tried to sell this. Game is on sale. Steam, get it cheap before the rollback update. And this is a link to the Samurai, to Steam, the Samurai Showdown 2019, right? This dude tried to create a lie that I was selling this, and that's what this whole thread is about. But I will just skim through it a little bit too, because I want you to see all the people there who are haters, so you guys can see. And then here's one of my subscribers, Star Dragon. He's like, "Oh damn, the game and all the DLC characters for $40 because there was a sale, right?" Everybody understood that except for people like this. Also, looks like both PlayStation and Steam have the other Sam Show games on sale too. So if you're wanting to get the Sam Show collection, it's a good time for that too. Who does not understand this, right? Who does not understand that, right? You can have the same game by free. It's Mugen, right? He's talking about this Eichmann Gold saying it's Mugen. But why make a cheap copy when you can get the real thing? And from the comment you left above this one, it sounds like you're not happy about. He's saying something, but everyone in this comment is talking about the actual game. Like, why would you have a Mugen when you could just get, 2019, the actual game made by SNK? And I'm saying it may truly be the language barrier, but if not, this guy is an idiot. He thinks I'm selling the concept I used to showcase that Samurai Showdown 2019 is on sale on Steam. This dude, he was in this thread and saw this, and after went to this thread to say that shit. And there's many of threads created by this guy. Like I told you, this guy goes around lying to people that are my friends and people that I've worked with to sell them this. And because I kind of keep to myself, it's not like I can defend myself unless I do something like this. And I hate to do things like this because it takes away from the focus of what I'm trying to do. I need to stay focused on the work and working on the game. All this other shit is a distraction and it's pointless because it's just pointless fucking hating, right? So anyways, you're using other people's stuff without paying them and also using an engine which is free of use. Again, like this guy is completely fucking idiot. Remember this guy's name. You really have the wrong impression of what I'm doing, but feel free to continue this charade. Just admit you like it, no reason to be hating truly, because these people do like it, but they just can't come to terms with it. They're hating because they feel like I'm withholding something from them. Like something in a human being that they feel like I am like, oh, I'm fucking doing this just to fucking hurt you or put you down. Like people, that's in their mind, that's what's happening. Wrong, you're literally using assets and stuff from official games to achieve an economical profit. Don't take us as stupids, dude. And again, like I'm saying, talk to me in voice chat or actually see for yourself what I'm doing instead of listening to negative rumors and hearsay. Be a grown adult. This is literally the logic I use for literally anyone. You can believe all the negative shit that people say about me, or you could actually come be a man or woman and talk to me in person and see for yourself if it's actually true. People usually do not do that on their internet. Like I said, if they're already bitter, you know which side they're leaning on already. They're going to believe the negative because it's going to enforce the negative feelings that they already have. I need people to understand that this is a thing for everybody on the internet that's a content creator. Everyone has people like this, haters like this, who obsess over everything they do and try to create a false narrative that they live in, their false reality. And then you mean you've drawn Hamaru, Gendro, etc., and don't take us as stupid. You're stealing other people's stuff, even mine, not crediting. In the crediting thing, I want to go over again also, because that's a huge thing. It's important. Also, be a grown adult and reply here when you want, because I have nothing to hide. You, well, actions, whatever. You big dummy, I love you. And I apologize for any misunderstanding you may have of me. This is me. For someone who has been, this is not the first instance of this individual trying to come at me and create lies. This is me trying to be a grown adult and say, hey, I apologize, for any misunderstanding. I understand that people have created lies about me in the past, and I can see why you would think that's true, because I'm not always going public and announcing it or talking on it, right? Because like I said, I like to keep the focus on the games, right? I apologize for any misunderstanding you may have of me. This particular post was to get people to go out and buy Samurai Showdown 2019. I see that you truly didn't understand and were acting rather impulsive, right? This is how it is all the time. And unless I show you guys this, you will never believe me. But I do not want to have to create stuff like this. I just want to do this one time to set a precedent that you guys know that this is what happens. So I don't want to always be exposing every time someone does this, right? I just want this be the only time. But this, like I said, I have a whole fucking folder of instances of this, of everybody, all of your names written down in a case file. So you think you're just getting by spreading lies on the internet? Hey, you are about to be surprised, buddy. And anyways, you can earn money in Mugen by getting commissions. No need to hide behind a YouTube video when, okay, whatever. And then this guy right here is a fucking hate. I actually, you know what, dude? I thought you were the homie, man. I just want you to understand. I never thought anything negative about you. I've never said anything negative about you. And for me to see something like this from someone who I had talked to from time to time, like be like this, is just kind of disappointing, I have to say the least. I don't have anything negative to say about you. Just like, damn, this some fucked up shit that even like motherfuckers just be hating so bad. Over what? Over things they're not even sure of. But that just shows you that they have some hate in their heart, right? This dude tried to justify himself, whatever. Anyways, he's basically just talking shit. You guys could see this thread, just the dream of making Mugen, money with Mugen. Just type it in Google and you'll be able to find it. And I want you to look at all of I don't want to go over every little thing, but I want you guys to see all of what people are saying so you guys can see the people who are like this. They're outing themselves for you to see how they truly are. So, that's that. And like I said, like this is just like I'm trying to tell you, people get angry. Like people will start off being your fan, but then they feel like they can't have something, they start hating. I just need for you guys to see that this is a real thing. This is real. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through that. And okay, so the next one is about credit. I don't give credit. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the Patreon stuff, what's on there after what's over here. Okay, yeah, this is more of that. Okay, so this dude. So I don't have the post in front of me right now, but a while ago, when I was still on the forum, me and this individual had a talk in a discussion that he would create all the official sprites that Sagat had only in the games, none of the custom stuff, and I was going to make my own version of Sagat with it. He agreed to this, right? But I was like, eventually I stopped using that forum. Listen to me. I stopped using the forum, and I wasn't using it, and then I got banned for no reason, just because the people who control the forum can do whatever they want. I was banned because motherfuckers are hating, right? I was not even using the forum anymore and I was banned. You guys got to understand that. I was not even using the forum anymore and I was banned. For people that do shit like this, right? October 27th, 2021, I did this on here, on Facebook, whatever. Almost have all the sprites for this character. Download the original Supreme Sagat, right? And then I also made a post on Twitter. Some moves from every iteration. He isn't missing much more. Mate Ma did an amazing job on the sprites. That's me crediting the guy again and again. And again, right here. More info below. Hold on. Make sure you can see this. Yeah. His channel is right here. I link his channel. So a lot of the times what I do, I know some of you guys have noticed, When I put links of characters in the description, that does not mean I'm using that character. That means that, to my knowledge, usually this is the character that is probably like the highest quality, the closest to what I have. That's why I do it. Not because I'm using that or anything, because I didn't use any of this guy, any of these people's shit. Other than some of the bases I used a long time ago from the Capcom universe, Capcom vs. SNK universe. But over time, we change fucking absolutely everything. So people cannot hold anything over our heads. We change everything, right? Down to the hitboxes, everything. I don't want to have anything from anyone because they're going to eventually try to turn it against me and hold it over my head. Like you guys have probably seen in posts before, people will try to hold it over your head and create a lie. And like I'm trying to tell you, if anyone wants to create a lie, it's very easy because people are already bitter over what I just discussed earlier. Please. So anyways, right, as you see, I'm crediting this guy, and then so eventually this guy hits me up, right? Hey, I'm MC, the author of Supreme Sagat. How are you? I'm wondering if you could be so kind to send me the beta of your take of my Sagat. Listen to this guy. Your take of my Sagat. Anyone who has actually used this guy's character, I'm not going to hate on you or say anything about you. But I would just say, come on, man. You look at what I created and you think that's yours? Heck no. I'm just trying not to talk shit, bro. Anyhow, this is how this guy messages me, right? Your take on my Sagats. And this is me. I used a couple of sprites. Like I told you originally, what we agreed upon, I used only the custom sprites of the actual moves that the character has had in games, none of the custom stuff that he made up or anything like that. And this is what I told him. No thanks. I can give you the SSF, as that's the only thing I used from you. The sprites. 0 code, 0 FX, sprites only. If you're okay with that, yes, I can. And then this guy's, I was thinking we could share our works each other. So since you used my sprites, I was thinking I could use your animations, palettes, effects, etc. Right now, I don't remember with SSF or palettes included. So basically, he's saying no. He doesn't just want the SSF, which are me basically giving you back the sprites that I used and edited. Because even though this guy had already done work already, I completely started over and did my own version as we do with these. And then I edited some of the customs that he had to fit with what I had. So to go on with that, I'll send what I used later. But yeah, I redid it so I didn't have to answer to anyone. And what I mean by I didn't have to answer to anyone, I'm talking about this. People will tell me you could use something or give me something themselves, and then later on will be mad and create a false narrative that I stole something or whatever, or I didn't credit them or whatever, what have you. And look, this is in 2022, right? You saw that this was in 2021. 2021. Also on Instagram, it should be on 2021. 2021, right? 2021. This is 2022. Right. So let me see here. I apologize in advance, but you come at a time where I'm done with the Mugen community. I'm very sorry. I'll send what I used in the AM very late here in Japan. So you guys know I moved to Japan. And like I said, very tired of the Mugen community. Like people get tired of this BS of you can't just create games. You can't just have fun and do your own thing, because people are going to create some type of hateful environment. Unfortunately, that is how it is. It's very unfortunate. Right. So, and then this is what this guy says. I really don't understand. Answer to who? It isn't enough to give credit to the authors. There's that narrative right there. Okay, thanks, no problem. I'll take what you want to share. Thanks in advance. Do you plan? And then he just tries to act as if he's really trying to have a conversation here, which he's being fake. What more do I owe you? No one can see all your credits on YouTube, can they? Because this guy, despite this guy creating his own version, he used the base of someone else's character, and none of his videos anywhere does it say that. Right? So it's like people create these rules in their head that I must abide by because they think I'm more popular. Because they think I'm more popular, that I just have to follow by the rules that they create in their head. Only me. Right? But I have to do that? That's what I'm saying. I'm the one. I have to. Basically, this is my thing. I will credit you and I will credit you, but I will not promote you. I will not promote you. Does that make sense to people? I credit people. if I'm not doing it publicly, which I do usually in videos, and people do not read descriptions or anything, they skip it so they don't know, or they don't see in any of my social media because they're too busy hating. They want to, I'm not gonna look at anything because I hate this guy, whatever. So they intentionally ignore all of the facts that are actually out there to live in their false reality, right? Let me take a breath. So, as I said, I always credit everybody. Everybody knows that. And then everyone knows Mugen Archive. Anyone knows anything that you've ever downloaded from me, people always re-upload it and then put my name on it to make it look like as if I changed it and edited it myself, which I didn't. So people set me up in that way as well to support this false narrative of me never giving credit, never doing this or that, XYZ. And then I'm saying, but I have to do like I said, I do it in the depth, and I'm not a creator. I create for my own personal form because I enjoy it. Yes, because I was like, this is at the point where I'm like, man, I'm just doing whatever I want. Like, you guys are only trying to hurt me and put me down when I don't do what you want. When I don't do what you want, if you're a creator and you're doing everything that people want and you're abiding by their whims, they're cool with you. Everything's fine. But the moment where you don't want to do that, you guys are gonna see for yourself. People are only there to use you because they cannot create for themselves. They don't actually give a damn about you. And you want me to tell you how you know why? Because all they do is request from you, not respecting the actual time it takes to do any of this. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, because any human being who knows the actual work and time that goes into any of this, they're not going to recklessly be asking you for things, knowing how difficult it is and how time consuming it is. Our time is so invaluable. It's priceless, right? People do not respect that. Instead, they'll run with some false narrative in their head. Oh, you're doing it for money. You're doing it for XYZ, whatever. Here you go. Take care. I sent him the SSF, which is all of the sprites that I did myself. All of the sprites I edited and the ones that I fit into that SSF that I created. None of his code, nothing, right? You don't owe me nothing. Don't take it as bad. Okay, whatever. This is what this guy is saying. He leaves as if everything is fine, as if everything is good. We're on good terms, right? And then he goes on social media, on a public forum, on the same Mugen Guild, which I said, to create another lie. Okay, so look. Let me just skip down here. I'm thinking to stop posting animation GIFs since I found out some other creators use my works and sometimes often they forget to credit me, right? I want you guys to go to this guy's channel. You're not going to see any credits mentioned anywhere of anything. Why don't people credit Capcom or SNK or any of these companies that they're using their assets from? You know, why are you not crediting them? You guys know that I became a Capcom creator from doing this? Did you guys know that? Does anybody know that? Right. Yeah, people do this stuff all the time and they remove that element as if they don't have to do it themselves, but they try to enforce it onto other people, right? So anyways, this guy was saying, and then he's talking about some more of my stuff because these guys watch my stuff all the time and they be hating because they feel like I'm keeping it from them, right? In their head. But anyways, like I said, another narrative, and you could go and read this because people, same guys hating, Trollolo, he's a hater, unfortunately. And that's just how people are, man. Damn. You guys just don't understand. Like, people are just creating all these lies about me, and I just have to just like, oh, man, like, it's like I said, there's too many of them. There's not really enough of us. No one's going to fight for our side or anything because, like I said, they're mad because they don't have the game or whatever, what they think is a game, right? Most people logically understand that there is no game yet. That's what I'm trying to accomplish, right? But, that's just one instance. And then here's another instance. I'm going to show you another guy here. So this guy, I have a little history with this guy. This guy has been racist and all kinds of things I'm not really going to get into right now. And I still continuously forgive people like this. And I let them be around me hoping that they'll change, right? So this individual, basically, he was leaking our shit. He was leaking our shit. So this is why I'm not making any demos or doing anything like this. Because like I'm telling you, it is just, it's not good for morale. Because there's other people here we're working with as well, right? Other people here are working with as well. And it demoralizes them as well when we have to constantly deal with this stuff, right, is because everyone is like, I'm freaking Goku. Everyone wants a shot at me. Because in their heads, they feel inferior to me. This is not me saying anything, because I don't even talk to these people like that, or interact with these people like that. Yet they just are so knowledgeable about me, right? So, like I said, this guy, let me see. This guy, he used to be here, and then he left to create a fake account to hang around here. So he's in our Discord posting some pallets as if he's like trying to help out. And then he's also in other Discords talking shit at the same time. And then also doing stuff like this. So this dude, cause at first this is when I was like more trusting and letting people test for us, whatever. Okay, the video won't load, right? But he's saying, I heard y'all want to try out this game. If I could get to 2K followers, I have a surprise. Basically trying to threaten to leak it or whatever, which he already did anyways. So it doesn't even matter. So I'm just trying to tell you, like, and I'm constantly dealing with this stuff. So I apologize to people who I involve when I shouldn't involve, because it's just like, sometimes, yeah, I just get so frustrated of having to deal with this stuff all the time. It gets so frustrating, and I'm not right to react to it where I get other people involved. So that's wrong of me, and I'm wrong for that, and I apologize for that. But I'm only saying but because I just want people to understand, like, my perspective, my side. Like, this is why I'm so frustrated, and I feel like I hate this community because they're so fucking toxic and nasty. And they'll still turn around and expect something from you and ask something from you, while at the same time trying to ruin your life, socially, publicly, on the internet, right? So as you can see right here, do I have to zoom in? You can see. Oh, well, that didn't help. Oh, actually, it did it. Oh, yeah, but yeah, I eventually kicked this guy. Oh, yeah, I kicked him. So that's why he started doing this, because I found out he was leaking stuff, so I kicked him. Because people talk. People you guys think are your friends. I appreciate all of you who tell me stuff like this. I do appreciate it. I really thank you. But I don't want you guys to be focusing on that. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you guys, keep your eyes open for that. If you want to, I appreciate it. It's up to you. But like I said, people talk, right? And someone told me that this individual leaked some stuff, right? So I kicked him for that, on the basis of that, because we're trying to make something high profile here. We're working hard to create something professional. And then to have people like this that you can't trust, I'm not about to fight and argue with you. I'm just removing you. That's always going to be what I do. I'm not going to fight you or argue you and freaking removing you. I'm removing the poison before it affects the rest of the body. So I kicked him, and that's when he started doing this shit. And then, like I said, he goes to other Discord, just like the other guy, talking shit, talking it up, creating lies, whatever, doing all this bullshit. Right? And then me, we're just freaking trying to focus and stay motivated, while they're doing this stuff at the same time. And that's what I have to do all the time. Like I said, I would just like people to understand where my frustration comes from. So I don't really need to get into too much on this individual. I mean, you can look and check yourself and research. But like I said, this guy created a fake profile after I kicked him to try to hang around in here and act as if he was helping us, to try to pretend and be sneaky or whatever. And then I called him out on it, and then he left. He probably has another account here. Who knows? These guys create alternate accounts to hang around me and stalk me. But yeah, let me see. Yeah, I think that's about it that I'm going to talk about that. But man, dude, it is so exhausting, man. You guys got to understand. It is so exhausting. And I don't get the support I feel like I could truly have because of people like this. And like I said, I don't feel anyone should try to be out to ruin me and ruin my life and then also have their hand out asking me for something. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I'm never going to change that mindset. I think that's perfectly normal, because that's literally what people do. They do this type of thing, and then they still come around my comments or try to message me and try to be my friend. That shit is weird. I do not fuck with you guys, and I never will fuck with you. And if I want to use your shit, if you publicly released it publicly, then I'm gonna fucking use it. But like I said, I was trying to replace like that other guy, Fila. I was trying to replace all the things that he made because, like I said, like people are gonna try to hold this over my head forever, and eventually, if things get too big, that could be a problem, right? So I understand like a lot of this stuff means that it's gonna take me much longer to do certain things, but what would we rather deal with? Like me completely stopping because I can't use a sprite that someone told me I could use 7 years ago, but now I can't, or to just be like, you know what, I'm not gonna let you hold this over my head. We're gonna just create our own shit, right? And that is the point of this Patreon, which I'm gonna end off on. So I use this Patreon specifically to pay for custom assets. If no one knew that, that is the purpose of it. So in the beginning, when I first created a Patreon, they tried to catch me in a lie, or well, yeah, as because a lot of us don't know about Patreon. We didn't know what Patreon was or how to truly use it. And basically, I remember I copy and pasted something from another creator and posted it like, oh, like supporting me, I'm going to give you DLC and things like that. But obviously the DLC and all that stuff is going to be free. You guys have seen the custom palettes we make. So for example, we have like a palette set of Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 4, whatever, that you can get for free for being on here. Just like this, like these free avatars or things that you could download and customize yourself. That's the type of thing that I have put on there. But that's neither here nor there. Just to say it doesn't really matter. Like they tried to create another false narrative of me using a paywall or anything. But here's the thing. If there really was a paywall and people had to pay for this shit, why has no one ever come forward about it and said anything about it? Literally ever. It's because it's a lie and it's not true. That's why. And people hold on to this shit because, like I told you, they're bitter. Because I'm the type of dude who's going to tell people no. I don't care because I don't need fake people around me who are only want to be associated with me so they can ask me for things. That's not real. I don't want that. And I'm going to be quick to tell you if someone's telling me to do something, like, no, you fucking do it yourself. Don't tell me to do it. Like, you're not respecting my time. So, yes, I'm just going to be rude right back to you. I'm not one of these content creators who's going to, oh, I can't say anything because I don't want you to not like me. People are not going to like you because your nose is small. Who knows? They're going to find a reason to not like you and amplify that over time if you don't do what they want. We should not be shackled by that. The only people I care about are the people who care about me. And that's how I'm going to be to the day I die. Right? Anyways, this Patreon, custom assets. What I do is I hire people from our own community and I give them work. I give them work so they can create and do what they love and make money, potentially make a living. I've been funding so many people all this time and you don't even know it. And as far as you know, I just running some pyramid scheme and scamming people and all of this shit. That's not what I'm doing at all. But like I said, people are already hating, so they're just gonna say whatever, right? I'm paying and hiring people to do this stuff, and I give it to you for a fraction of the price, right? These, like I said, is free. We edit these and do all of this stuff so you can download it, and if you want to change your Discord, Twitter, avatar, whatever, you can use this stuff. That's what it's for. And I tell people I will customize it and make it however you want, like this for $1, for example. I can make it look like you or whatever. And then some early stuff I show on here, more of this. But I'm just trying to get down to the actual custom stuff that I pay for. But like I said, all of the new moves and everything that you see here, like this, for example, CBSK, this costs over $200. Just this, over $200. Same thing with this. So let's say every sprite is $20 each. Every sprite is $20 each. How quickly do you think that's going to add up? How quickly do you think that's going to add up? This Patreon is completely optional. Optional. If you actually go and read what it says, I explain that. People just, they're going to try to find and create a false narrative. It doesn't matter. But anyways, yes. As I told you, and here's the thing, all of the artists could vouch for me, but the thing is, they don't want to get involved, so they're not going to say anything. And like I told you, people who feel entitled to things and they don't get it, they are going to be bitter. So they're already going to be leading to believing any of the negative already, automatically, right? But yeah, like this is the whole purpose of this, to create a budget for one that we do not have. So me using YouTube ads and using the Capcom creator stuff, I'm using that to circumvent the budget that we do not have, right? Because I'm not actually selling anything. It's completely optional to you if you want to support it. But if you don't support it, it's going to take me longer, that much longer. And I don't mind. I don't care. But it's for anyone who does not know that, they're not aware of what I want to do. I'm not going to hurry up and rush and do what you want to do just to get it done so you can have what you want. That's not what's happening here. I'm going to do what I want. And if it takes me forever because I can't make money only doing it these legitimate ways in which they themselves have given me access to, then I guess I'm just not going to do it. It's just going to take me a long time. I don't care. I don't mind. And I would like for those of you who truly support me to understand that that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm taking my time, and I'm also earning money and like siphoning money into this little by little, because I'm not rich or anything. I can't just, I have a life too and responsibilities, right? So just know that I'm doing it at the same time. Same thing with these commission, all of this stuff's commission. I've been funding my own friend so he can work, so he can have work. My friends a lot of my people are in South America. So I'm supporting people in South America, giving them a way to earn, because it's not the best over there. The situation is not the best over there. And these are actually like you can see the name right here. Some of them I could have just put them on there, but if you'll see, it's like right here. Well, Krajas he was with us on there, so I just put SXC Dev. But for any of this stuff, you can always just ask, and it's not like we're hiding anything. All of us work together. That's why. So it's not really like sneaky or anything. Oh yeah, and I'm just telling people, I do not take it personal if you should not be able to continue. It is a thought that counts for me. Understand that this is very expensive and time consuming. I will continue to do my best to cover these expenses, so please do not feel pressured or guilty for having to cancel your pledge. I am fighting hard for this as I will continue to save up on my own. Like I said, I'm not putting it on other people. I intend to do it myself. I intend to do everything myself. Like I said, it's just going to take a long ass time. And there's people who are going to be hating because of that. As we just saw, the guy like, oh, it just, this stuff takes too long, right? They only think of themselves, right? And we're over here trying to create something high quality AF. But it's like people don't want high quality. They just want to hurry up and just, get something ASAP. But yeah, these are the type of things that, this is the whole purpose of the Patreon, to pay for this stuff. And remember what I'm telling you. These are $20, sometimes $30 a pop. I'm paying the bigger cut. For the few people that support me, you're helping me like create a little tiny bit of sustainability. And I appreciate that. Even if it's $1, you're still helping me towards what I'm trying to do here. So anyone who's lying, like I said, we are trying to create our own customs, because that individual that I told you before created those lies. Like I told you, like people are going to try to hold it over my head forever that I used the sprite that they gave me years ago or something. I'm like, man, I just don't want to deal with that at all. Let's just freaking remake it ourselves. And that's the start of what we are doing right here with this Chun-Li. I made a post about it before. And you can see that stuff here. All of this stuff is made by us. And like I said, because we cannot make money from this, like selling it in that way, we create customs and assets to use as a bargaining tool so that we can earn something. You get it? Like we're trying to create something that you can have tangible, that you can have and use. So we're doing commissions to earn our budget, if that makes sense. And then this is just a post I made of like, these are the moves that I try to get converted, because if you guys don't know, I take moves from old, like newer, older games, whatever, and bring them back to whatever sprite set we're using to match. And this is this is basically what I was talking about. This guy, like I'm saying, like, let me just read this. Basically, the original creator of the extra sprites allowed me to use personally, as I have been for over 7 years. I've been using this stuff for over 7 years. But now it seems that as though I have clout, because people think I have clout. no longer wants to be associated with me if I do not promote him in every video, right? Like I told you about promotion. Crediting is one thing, but having your name in every single video as if you contribute to every single video is promotion. Putting your name in every post of any video that I used a Chun-Li spray, I'm not gonna put your name in it. That's not how it works. Your name is in the credits, as is normal. But like I told you, because people feel like you have some type of presence online, they're like, no, I want to be public. I want you to tell everybody, like that type of thing. And I do, but like I said, I'm not going to do it in every single post. I'm not about to promote you. That's what promoters do. I'm not your fucking promoter. People do not understand that. And they, like I told you, create a false narrative. Oh, you don't do credit, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, if anyone actually cares, you could go actually check my sources like I showed you some. It's all there. But people are going to never go back and look so they can live in that false reality. We credit and source everything we use in the README files and defs as standard. You could literally check this if you care to, but most would rather be spiteful. We get the okays, we literally go and ask people. Sabaki, I know if by some chance anybody knows this guy, I know one of us hit you up and asked you if it was okay for us to use the reuse stuff. And what did he say? But the thing is, this individual is not gonna, if people were talking shit about me where they are, he's not going to just say, oh, well, I gave him the okay. He's not going to say anything because he doesn't want to get involved. And that's not his problem. It's not. But like I'm trying to tell you, people create a false narrative and it just continues to grow and build over time because motherfuckers are haters. We get the okays, but someone is always angry about something, and only we must promote these people or deal with ire as it seems as though we have clout. We don't. No one cares. And that's what you guys got to understand. No one cares. Well, I'm not going to say no one cares, but some stuff I can't say. But to avoid any and all issues, we are simply going to have any of the work he contributed be redone and scrap any remnants we have not made ourselves. So that is my goal over time, to eventually, when I can afford it, to replace anything from any of the people who are basically like, who literally created something specifically for me or created something and released it publicly. And I've been using it for years, but like I said, now when clout comes into a picture, all of a sudden it's like, you owe me. Only me, right? That's why I'm like, I don't want people to have the ability to hold that over my head. I don't want that. I would rather just not use their shit at all. So like I told people in this post, like, unfortunately, yeah, it's going to take me a bit longer because it's already going to take long already as it is. But yeah, to actually replace all this stuff, it's just going to take a long time. And I'm not going to release anything until I completely replace all of this shit because I'm not dealing with any of that BS. To avoid any and all issues, we're simply going to have any of the work he contributed be redone and scrapped. Okay. Watch the video above for more details of each move. If we can reach this goal, we will immediately release these sprites publicly. And as you see, I released the sprites that we have made already on here for free for everyone to get. Even though primarily myself and Scramble paid for it. And like I told you, how much it costs. So thank you, Scramble, for that. If we can reach this goal, we will immediately release these publicly. So anyone who I hope to use them in the future may do so without issue or fear of confrontation. Yeah, so basically so all of you guys can also avoid having to deal with people like this, but you likely won't have to because if you don't have any clout or anything, then no one's going to come after you. So you guys should be fine. But anyways, like I said, if you don't want to have to worry about that, that's also why we do this. So we can create this stuff so there's no givesies backsies type shit. Admittedly, guys, I don't want drama, but it will feel so good when this person can no longer hold this over my head and hopefully leave me alone for good. No matter how hard I mind my business, someone is pissed and spreading random lies on the internet to tarnish my reputation. Their goal, nothing other than put downs, belittle, or devalue me, trash talk, suggest I'm selling games, suggest I'm stealing, paywalling, etc. Whatever they can do or say to make me look bad. I'm just a demon. If you guys actually go and source the things that I'm saying, if you already have an issue with me or don't like me or you're bitter as like these individuals that I'm saying, it doesn't really matter what I'm saying in this video. You've already decided that I'm wrong anyways. So for the people who are not like that, this stuff is here for you to see exactly what the type of shit that I'm talking about and why I think and feel as I do. Google Cyber Bill, this form allows this and does nothing. No one will verify any information as rumors usually suffice as seen in the thread below. Like I said, you don't need truth. You don't need facts. You just need someone to be angry enough and enough people to be angry for it to be true. That is social media. And this is the thread that you could check. You could come here and check for yourself to read, like I said, and look at all these individuals' names in this thread so you could see these people. And I want people in the professional field too. These people probably won't use the same aliases, but if you can track their names somehow and find out, you should not hire people like this or work with people like this. But I mean, hey, that's really your decision. I don't want to be like them actually. So I apologize for saying that, but I'm just saying, consider these names. That's all I'm saying. If you'd like to support towards new Chun-Li sprites in addition to Patreon, I've listed a few alternatives. I'm going to primarily shift focus to getting this out of the way and any others so we aren't held up too long with pointless petty drama. Guys, I am going to thoroughly piss these guys off by continuing to ignore them, as I showed you, and improve as a creator, which I've been doing. Let's do this shit. And then I put PayPal and then my Capcom theme store. Capcom has allowed me to receive a percentage of any sale made towards Capcom titles. Thank you, Cap Gods. I appreciate that. They're literally helping me out in this way, letting me legitimately sell Capcom games. Guys, I sold 8 copies of Street Fighter 6, which isn't a lot, but I contributed to some sales of Street Fighter 6, and I'm so proud of that. So thank you everyone who actually used my link and anyone who uses it from henceforth. I appreciate you, and you're helping me a lot by doing this legitimately, and I avoid any type of trouble or anything. This is how I can do it, by using these methods that they've personally given me. Okay, so yes, my next that's what that's for. If you use my affiliate link, 100% safe, 100% legal with direct permission from Capcom themselves. Yes, they've given me permission if I can earn my development funds myself. So I have to earn all the money myself using these legitimate means. This is the only way I could fund this stuff. I have to do it by YouTube ads, Patreon, the creator store, and stuff like that. And that's what I'm doing. But like I said, it's going to be slow like that. And this is just an example of, like I said, here's what I currently pay for each sprite. If a move is 7 frames, that would mean the total would be 30 times 7. So 210. The current pledge together, this was at that date, was $100. And I pay all the differential. In this example, 110. So everything on this Patreon, I am paying a premium. And then when I say a premium, that means 200, 300 plus. Minimum per animation. This is why I charge $50 to $100, a fraction of that, to access them. So I usually put all of these customs at different, like if it's like 300, I put it like a fraction of that. So 300, if I pay 300 for it, I put it for 100, and so forth. And it's completely optional, only for people who need it, or only for people who want to support this cause. There is no scam. I explain it, so you should not be pledging to this if you do not understand the purpose of it. And if you actually look through this Patreon, I believe on the homepage it states that explicitly. So if anyone's ignoring that, that's on them. I'm posting this to say, man, I truly appreciate the help, but this will take me some time, and I always get uncomfortable when it comes to using these mediums, as I'm very new to using them. And as I said, we're new. Not everyone is super knowledgeable about this stuff. And if you make any mistake, like my friend Alex on the Mega Man game, he also was not very knowledgeable about this and made the same mistakes, and people tried to coin him out, as they do with everybody, as being some type of deviant or like a scam artist or something like that, because we don't know how to use it. Rather than, hey, this is how you should change it so it looks better and it doesn't look like, doesn't look wrong. No, people are not going to do that. They're not going to try to be helpful. They're going to run with a false narrative and try to burn you and drag you to the ground. That is what people do. They're not going to help you and say, hey, maybe you should change some things around so people understand what you're actually trying to do. People are not like that. They're going to run with the false narrative and just keep going. Unfortunately, that's why I'm uncomfortable, and that's why I don't want anyone giving me anything, because I don't want anyone trying to use that against me. Because like I told you, people have literally intentionally tried to donate to me on here and then go and create a false narrative that they had to pay to access something for me, like to play the game or something like that. That is a complete lie. But it doesn't matter, as I'm telling you guys, because there's more of them than there are of us. So there's nothing I could really do about it, unfortunately. So I just have to deal with the negative press. But the negative press does also bring me attention, so I can't hate all of it. At least I've learned to, anyways. Let me see. I'm very new. I'm mostly working in real life to create a budget. So you guys know I have a real full-time job. I'm working and I'm doing school. I'm mostly working in real life to create a budget for this. So even if it seems as though things are not progressing, I'm saving up to afford it. That means that I'm working in real life, and when I can siphon money towards this project, I do it a little bit over time. And I'll go over a little bit after why I want to do this. And I have my own independent projects on the side as well. This passion project is unique as it's something that I wanted to initially do for the community and all lovers of this stuff. But as I said, over the course of years of it being like this, dealing with people like this, that love for the community aspect specifically has been waning. So I'm not necessarily doing it for my love of the community anymore, because I kind of hate the community. Just being real with you. But yeah, this is never gonna happen officially, right? Even some people who work on these games officially are hype about this shit. You guys should know that. Because even they can't get past a lot of this licensing stuff that we can as a fan. I'm just saying. This is the loophole for them as well, to where we can have and see something like this without having to get all the permission, because this is old. All this stuff is old assets that's not being used anymore. It's free game, right? And then, like I said, I'm not just using old assets. I'm creating up completely new ones, complete new moves that, all of this stuff. Please check this out for yourself so you can see. Please actually do research on me so you can actually see what I'm doing and what we've been doing and the work we've been putting in. But if you choose to hate, you can also do that. I won't hold it against you. I cannot thank you enough as your support definitely helps. But please, anytime you cannot afford to do so or lose faith that I can do this, please discontinue your pledge. But feel free to save and back up all the sprites you've acquired. I will continue to post new assets that I've had in the works. My first goal is to create a budget for this so I don't have to continue to pay out of pocket. I was paying out of my own paycheck for a long time, but I had to stop doing that because it's crazy expensive. I try to keep people, keep them having a job, but I can't do it by myself. So that's why I have to stop for long periods of time. People think I'm consistently working on this stuff 24/7. No, I have to quit a lot of the times, work in real life to save up a sizable amount to siphon into this in order for us to continue to make progress. This is the most important part of this post. If you want a specific character or move started or made ASAP, let me know. My artists are available and looking for work in the downtime where I am essentially waiting to get paid to commission. If you have a character you like to see, please request it. So basically, we take turns commissioning for those who want priority assets. Say if you wanted new moves from KOF 15 or completely new characters, we are open for jobs on the side to again attempt to create more ways to earn and speed up this process. So I have tried to create a system where we can legitimately work and do work to earn our own budget. If you do not understand the goal of this Patreon, please do not support it. I say this over and over in various instances, but people will overlook it. And then this is some more Kim stuff. As you see, I showed you guys some of this before, but all of this stuff never existed in CVS. These are customs. And remember I said $20, $30 a piece for each sprite. Let's say this animation has 10 frames in it. 20, 30 times 10. And the whole thing about this is that people always try to tell me, well, why not make your own game? Because here's the thing, I am doing something like that. I will just tell you guys, don't be worried about that. Like this passion stuff specifically, the whole purpose of it is to not pay for it myself, but earn money through doing work and making videos and things like that. The whole point is for it to support itself, so I don't have to pay anything. So my goal is to create a video game that supports itself from the views on YouTube and things like that. So there is no real me losing money as there is now, because as you're getting started, you have to get to a level to where it can have its own sustainability. Right now it doesn't, right? And then everything I've showed you today also leads to making it harder for me to branch out more and go further with that. But yeah, I specifically do this because I don't care about the money. That's not why I'm doing this. Obviously, I've spent over fucking $20,000 doing this stuff. You guys gotta understand that. I do it for my love of the series and because I want these series to be worldly, globally known, and I will continue to fight for everybody who loves these games as much as I do. That's why I do it. There's really no more reason than that. I love this stuff and I want people to who also love it to enjoy it, to be able to enjoy it. But yeah, as you see, I don't know how this got on here for paid, but it's just I made all these myself. So everything that's on here, I paid for or made myself, or it's from someone on the team. But yeah, if you guys get the chance, you could go and see for yourselves. That is what the Patreon is about, and that is why I use the Capcom store and all of those things to try to be able to create our own budget for this, because that's the only way it'll happen. But as I always say, you are not expected to do anything. But I would like for people who have seen Full Metal Alchemist to understand that this is the way I see things: the law of equivalent exchange. I don't want or need anything from anyone, but if you ask something of me, you're gonna have to bargain. What am I gonna get in return? Why am I the only one who has to do everything for free and no one is willing to help me? And they'll get mad that I don't give them this stuff. And then they'll try to ruin my life and make it harder for me to do it, and then turn around and try to still ask me for something. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's absolutely freaking ridiculous. But yeah, I just had to get this off my chest because this is an important aspect of like the beginning of this project and how far it's really gonna go. So the next video I'm gonna make, I did not want to include this in the actual video of me talking about the project itself, so I just had to do this on the side first. So excuse me for that. But hopefully those of you who did not know this, if you really are interested in this stuff or you probably didn't know, whatever, sorry to bring this to your attention. I never want to bring this up to the forefront, but it's just something that has to be known and said because yeah, I'm like, I literally have to stay motivated. Like, it's just annoying. It's just so annoying. I'm tired of dealing with people like this. But yeah, until the next video, I'll show you guys and talk about what's in store and what's to come. So stay tuned for that. And thank you.